Today, the moon is in Cancer most of the day. It goes into Cancer after last night's Gemini new moon. And so early morning, wee hours of the morning, depends on your time zone, but most of the day, the moon will be in Cancer, where it is bringing a focus to our needs and how we take care of ourselves and nurture ourselves and feel our feelings. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for Sunday, June 18th. And we are talking today about why self-care is not negotiable. And in fact, Cancer is one of the 12 zodiac signs, meaning that you cannot skip it, just like you can't skip any of the other zodiac signs. We need all 4 elements to be well and whole. That is mind, body, spirit, emotion, which is air, earth, fire, and water in astrology, right? We have all of the signs based in the elements, air, earth, fire, and water, which corresponds to mind, body, emotion, and spirit and emotion. And so we can't skip, we need all of them. We can't skip over any. And water, which Cancer is a water sign, water is the one that has to do with the emotional qualities. It has to do with energy, right? It's things that we feel and sense below the surface, not so physical, not so tangible, may not make sense to others, but is definitely there. So when you have a mood, right? Is that a real thing, right? can we it's intangible in a sense. Like, what do we do with that? But a mood is real. It takes us over. It dominates how we're feeling and what we're capable of. So those emotions are real and they are powerful. It's not just emotions, it's also our ability, it's our sensitivity, our ability to feel things. And so water signs have to do with that ability to perceive energy and to feel things on those energetic levels. So when the moon is in Cancer, as it is today, and is following last night's Gemini new moon, which I went in depth on the new moon yesterday. So if you missed yesterday's video, you might want to go review that to understand some of the vibe that we're in and the beginning of the moon cycle that we're in. But when the moon is in Cancer, it's imperative that we take care of ourselves. So again, we can't miss this piece. If we skip over and we say, oh, I will deny myself my needs, then we set ourselves down a trajectory of things breaking down, right? We're not building that resilience from the inside. So we can literally make ourselves sick if we're not taking care of our needs. If you're not eating, sleeping, getting the nutrition you need, getting exercise, things can happen to your health, right? Especially as we get older. And when you're younger, maybe you bounce back from anything, but anyway, it catches up with you over time. And the needs that we have are there because we have to attend to that part of ourselves. And emotions are actually a way of processing old traumas, feeling things we need to feel to be able to move on. We need to process our grief. We need to be able to process our sadness, our anger, right? When we don't feel those feelings, we stuff them inside, and those can create health problems because we are trying to, work hard to jam them in there and hold them down and not let them come out. So the Cancer moon is the time to feel your feelings and let them out. And you can take care of yourself in ways that can allow those emotions and those feelings to be present without having to overwhelm you. Or, maybe you need a self-care day. Maybe you need to make a choice to have a boundary to take care of yourself. So all of that is part of the moon in Cancer. Relating it to yesterday's Gemini new moon, and this being the moon cycle that is about words, which again, watch yesterday's video if you missed it, because we are in a moon cycle where we are going to be thinking about things, asking deeper questions, finding the words to tell our story, to share what is important to us on the bigger picture level, what brings meaning to our lives, what is our deeper truth, what do our hearts want, to put those things into words that help us to shape the narrative of the soup we live in, right? Our story, our mythology, especially the story we tell ourselves, is very prominent in helping us to shape the kind of experience we want. So even if it's just, having positive thoughts versus negative thoughts, that can shape your experience. And certainly the ways that we tell our story can make a difference in the world in positive ways, and bring some of those new stories, new ways of thinking about things to people that help them see how to shape their own reality. So whatever it is you're working on, your creative work, how you find those words, and you can't find the right words if you aren't taking care of yourself. So that's why self-care is not negotiable. It is one of the 12 signs. We have to do it. We can't skip over it. And when we don't attend to our own needs, we can't be there for others, right? We can't make a positive difference in the world because we get into just maintaining some of our own habits and patterns, and maybe stuffing some of those emotions in, keeping them in, holding them down, keeping the lid on it. So we have to let the pressure out, and we have to feel what we feel, and that helps us to find the right words, right? So self-care comes first. Our creative minds can flow from that place. So I hope that makes sense for today, how it's all tied together. Important with the Cancer moon. It's in Cancer today, tomorrow, and part of Tuesday. So we're going to be having this opportunity to focus on self-care and feel our feelings and do what we need to do to nourish ourselves, to bolster our energy, to feed those inner places of, where we get recharged. So getting ourselves recharged so that we can do the work we're here to do. That's what it's about. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Ormes. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. And I'm here every day with the astrology of unshakable self-care. 12 different varieties of self-care with the 12 signs of the zodiac as the moon goes through them, and the other planets and what the other planets have to bring us as well. So check it out. I'm here every day. Subscribe to get notifications. Be sure to turn on your notifications so you can see when I release the daily videos and you won't miss a thing. All right. Thanks for being here. See you next time.